students, I hope all of you are doing good. Let's start today's chapter, perimeter and area of plane figures. Perimeter. Let's understand the meaning of perimeter by an example. Suppose a gardener wants to do fencing of his garden with wire. Then how much wire is required for fencing? The gardener will move around the garden in the shape of a simple closed curve. The distance covered is called the perimeter of the garden. So the length of the boundary of garden or if any figure is called the perimeter of the field or the figure. Now perimeter of a rectangle. Let us consider a rectangle PQRS. As we know, the perimeter is a sum of length of sides of a rectangle, that is perimeter of a rectangle. So PQ plus QR plus SR plus PS is equals to PQ plus QR plus PQ plus QR. Because in a rectangle, opposite sides are equal. Therefore, that is PQ is equals to SR and QR is equals to PS. So PQ plus PQ, QR plus QR is 2PQ plus 2QR, and in 2PQ plus QR, or QR is length and PQ is breadth. So the perimeter of rectangle is 2 length plus breadth. Okay, so this is the formula of perimeter of rectangle. Now perimeter of a square. Let us consider a square PQRS whose all sides are equal, which is equals to A. As perimeter is the sum of all sides of a square. So perimeter of a square PQRS is PQ plus QR plus SR plus SP. Okay. In square, you know, all sides are equal. So here we can write as PQ plus PQ plus PQ plus PQ, or 4 into PQ. So 4 into PQ, PQ is A, 4 into side. So this is the formula of perimeter of a square. Now perimeter of an equilateral triangle. Let us consider an equilateral triangle PQR. Okay. And in equilateral triangle, you know, all three sides are equal. Okay. So perimeter of equilateral triangle PQR is PQ plus QR plus PR, and also we can also write PQ plus PQ plus PQ, okay, or 3 into PQ, that is 3 into A, that is 3 into side. So this is the perimeter of equilateral triangle. Note, the unit of perimeter is the unit of the given sides, and the perimeter of a regular figure is equals to number of sides into length of each side. Regular figure is a figure in which all the sides are equal and all its angles are of equal measures. For example, square, equilateral triangle, etc. Example 1, we have to find the perimeter of each of the following figures. So in this figure, what will you do? We will add the lengths, all the lengths. Okay. 4 plus 2, 6 plus 1, 7 plus 5, 12 centimeter is a perimeter. Okay, and the perimeter of this figure is 4 plus 4, 8 plus 4, 12 plus 16 plus 4, 20 centimeter is the perimeter. Similarly, in this figure, you will add all the lengths, okay, or all the sides of this figure, right? In this way, you will get the perimeter of this figure. Now, exercise 27.1. Find the perimeter of each of the following figures. Okay. This is rectangle, length is 6 centimeter, breadth is 2 centimeter, as you can see here. So perimeter is 2 length plus breadth. Length is 6 centimeter, breadth is 2 centimeter. 2 into 6 plus 2 is 8 centimeter. 16 centimeter is the answer. This is square, so the formula of a square is 4 into side, that is 4 into 5, 20 centimeter, right? And this is a triangle. What will you do? This is not an equilateral triangle, so you will add all three sides. In this way, you will get the perimeter of triangle. Okay. Now, next, area. We often hear and use statements such as there is not enough floor space in the room for 50 chairs to keep, or the top surface of the study table is smaller than the top surface of computer table. The words floor space and surface in the above statements refer to the magnitude, that is, size of the plane regions which are parts of a plane. For example, the space occupied by a A4 sheet of paper on the table is the area of A4 sheet. Now, on figures given below which has the larger area, it is difficult to tell just by looking at these figures. Okay. See, the magnitude of a plane region is called its area. Okay. So, what do we do now? We will place them on a square paper or graph paper where every square measures 1 centimeter to 1 centimeter. A region whose boundary is a square of side 1 centimeter in length is called 1 centimeter square and has the area of 1 square centimeter. Area is always expressed in square units of length. Unit segment. Length is equals to 1 centimeter. Length is a measure of segment. Unit square. Area is equals to 1 square centimeter, or you can write 1 centimeter square. Area is the measure of region. Okay. The area of the rectangle region can be calculated as given. Okay. Here, the area of rectangle is the area of a figure, which is the number of times the unit square is contained in the above figure. Okay. So, what is the area of given rectangle in figure above? How many unit squares will fit inside the figure? Answer is 12.5 square units. Now, finding the area by using squared paper. Example 1. Find the area of the quadrilateral in figure in which each square is a unit square. The area of the quadrilateral means the area of quadrilateral region. The area is obtained by counting the number of unit squares contained within the quadrilateral. In this case, there are 6 unit squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, the area of quadrilateral is what? 6 square units. Okay. Note, sometimes we may have some problems such that the square doesn't always fit exactly into the area we measure. To find the approximate area, proceed in 3 steps given below. Number 1, count the number of complete squares, say A, enclosed by the figure. To count the number of squares where more than half parts are enclosed by the figure, let this number be B. Each such part square shall be treated as one complete square. Ignore the other squares whose less than half parts are enclosed. 3. Count the number of squares whose exactly half parts are enclosed. Let this number be C. Then the sum A plus B plus half C is the number of complete squares enclosed by the given figure. Exercise 27.2. For each of the figures 1 to 5 given below, find the area of the region by counting the number of squares. Each small square is a unit square. Okay, students, what will you have to do is you will just add small squares. Okay, and remember that each small square is a unit square. Okay. Now, area formula. The method of finding area by using square paper is time consuming and generally gives approximate results for simple closed figures. So, to make the work easier, we have to develop some area formula. Area for rectangle. Okay, method. Draw a rectangle 6 cm long and 3 cm wide. 2. Draw the rectangle on a graph paper having 1 cm into 1 cm squares. The rectangle covers 18 squares completely. The area of rectangle is equals to 18 square centimeter, which can be written as 6 into 3 square centimeter, that is length into breadth. So, the quick way of calculating the area of rectangle is the area of a rectangle of length L and breadth B is length into breadth, which you already know. Okay, length into breadth square units, and if you have to find the length, then area divided by B. If you have to find the breadth, area divided by length. Okay, area of a square. When we find the area of a rectangle using the formula, the length and breadth must be in same unit. Remember that. Okay. Okay. As a square is defined as a rectangle with a pair of equal edges and sides, it follows that area of a square of side A units of length is given by A into A, that is side into side, or you can say side square. A square centimeter means a square in which length of each side is A centimeter. Its area is equals to A into A square centimeter. Let's do example 1. Find the area of the rectangle whose sides are given here. Okay, so length is 4 centimeter here and breadth is 3 centimeter here. So, we have to find out the area. Area of rectangle is what? Length into breadth, that is 4 into 3 centimeter. Okay, so 4 into 3 is 12 centimeter square, right? Exercise 27.3. Find the area of the rectangle whose sides are as follows. Okay, students, length and breadth are given here. You have to just apply this formula. Area of rectangle is length into breadth. Okay, then you will multiply length and breadth and you will write your answer in centimeter square or meter square or kilometer square, whatever unit is given. Okay, it should be in square. Okay, square units. Things to remember. Number 1, the perimeter of a regular figure is equals to number of sides into length of each side. 2. The area of a plane figure is the amount of surface enclosed by its sides, that is boundary. Number 3, common units of perimeter are meter, centimeter, decimeter, etc. 4. Common units of area are square meter or meter square, centimeter square or millimeter square. 5. A regular figure is a figure in which all sides are equal and all its angles are of equal measure. 6. When we find the area of rectangle using the formula, the length and breadth must be in same unit. Okay, students? Now you will do practice of this chapter. Okay.